Hey there guys, welcome back to Let's Play Ben 10. Last time we kind of just started the game and didn't really do anything, but now we're going to be continuing, and you might notice those blue crystals over there. That's a puzzle for an alien that I don't have yet. So can't quite do that puzzle yet. Ah, crap. Now I would switch aliens, but there's a forearms puzzle to the left of us right here, so why bother when I'm going to just need forearms again? I mean, why bother switching aliens when you need the one that you're gonna need to switch to when you need the one you're already playing as? Yeah, oh, and that means my ultimate meter is ready.
When light closes one door, I rip it off its hinges.
Oh, look at all these crates, which suddenly causes the game to freeze up, which really scared me into thinking the game was going to crash there. I have had this game crash on me once, so it wouldn't be out of the question for this thing to crash on me while I was playing this. Thankfully, it didn't, even though I also had Discord open while I was playing through part of this game at one point. And over here is the way we're actually supposed to go, and you still need forearms. The game is really, really pushing you to use forearms at the moment. Ah, well. Okay, now this challenge is pretty common, the take no damage one. And I know a way to get past it, I think. Just use the super move. I'm pretty sure that big guy is an enemy we haven't even run into yet, unless they have just oh fuck, two of these syndrome clowns are still alive. You may have also noticed something else that I picked up that wasn't a
Let's heat things up a little.
point. Those are chili fries. Those are the health power-ups of this game. Anyways, finally switch aliens to Heat Blast, because, I don't know, I feel like it. He's the only ranged alien you have at the start of the game. He's not that good at the start, but once you start upgrading him, he becomes pretty good. In my opinion. He's actually really good on the last two levels. Because you may have actually you haven't seen the level select screen, so you wouldn't have been able to see it yet. But there are only 6 levels in this game. This game is pretty damn short. And I would imagine this would be a pretty easy game to get all the Steam achievements on.
Stop it!
Just if you're that dedicated to this game. This game does have achievements. For some reason. Which is weird, because I've played a couple of other licensed games on Steam, and I'm pretty sure most of them don't have achievements. I do like the detail that Heat Blast leaves little singe marks where he's walking. That's a nice little attention to detail.
The heat is on!
Okay, these big clown guys can be a bit of a problem, only because of the fact that they take a ton of hits to kill. And I really hate those high throws. It's probably easiest to kill them if you can counter their attacks, but they're usually so far away that it's hard to actually counter them. Oh god. Whenever the game freezes up, I get nervous, even though I know that the game managed to go through without crashing, because I recorded all 13 parts of it already. Okay, destroyed the happiness sucker. Killed the blasted guy. And smash up some of those stuff remaining. And crates. Break these, because why not? 3 points. Oh yeah, and every alien also has an aerial attack. I don't use them too often because they're not terribly useful. But Heat Blast is fine.
Hey, Clownface! Step away from the happiness sucker!
It's called a buzzkill battery.
Yeah, that is better. Anyway, you're finished, Zombozo.
Actually, I'm just getting started.
Okay.
I'm just gonna catch you, you know.
That was
Blazing
random,
trails?
and I
That's my special.
don't know why that happened, other than to establish what the happiness suckers are actually called. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that it's called something like a buzzkill battery. This is Ben 10. Francis has always been a little goofy, and what the hell is going on with Heat Blast fireballs there? They're like sticking to the enemies, but not actually hurting them. Oh, what a surprise. This game's not particularly stable. See, that point got stuck back there. That actually has happened to me a few times where some point gets stuck.
You know what they say about playing
Knock
with
out all
fire?
enemies in under 33 seconds. Well, let's break out Cannonball to try and that out. Oh, yeah, and, okay, let's just use Cannonball's super move to finish this off quick. Ah, Bowling. Reminds me of the Cartoon Network Flash game, Cannonball Pinball. I sucked at that game. But yeah, Cannonball, big and heavy. Not particularly useful. I'm not particularly huge on him, but early in the game, he's fairly good. Now, what's back here? Ah, that's a Krace and a Sumo Slammer card, which is the collectibles in this game, and pretty much every Ben 10 game has these as collectibles in some way. And here's another boost station, which means we can upgrade the guys. I guess we'll upgrade Cannonballs and Heat Blast, because we might as well while we have the ability to do so.
Remember that. Counterattack.
Now, this is a pretty common challenge you get, which is just counter 3 attacks. My usual strategy for it is just run around until the C symbol appears above an enemy's head, and then just counter it.
Surprise!
And then you can just do what you normally do, which is beat the crap out of everybody. Or roll into them. Yeah, I didn't mention this, but pressing F while you're in combat will activate the alien ability. Each alien has their own. Cannonballs is to roll around on things. I don't use all of them that often, if only because they're kind of situational in terms of usage, and there's also that meter that has to charge up to actually use them. Oh, fuck, this guy's still alive. But I do attempt to at least use each alien's alien ability once. I don't know if I succeed at using each one's ability. There's also the fact that the game does occasionally challenge you to use the ability in combat, but more often than not. But unless the game challenges me to do it or the ability is really cheap, I tend to not do it.
Let's get this ball rolling.
Like the game is now just telling me to use the ability of Forearm. It's fairly useful, which is to throw enemies. Which can be somewhat useful, especially when you upgrade it, because after you upgrade it, I think it also causes knockback and hurts enemies who happen to be in the same area. So it can become somewhat useful, but early into the game, it's not terribly good. Unless you decide to focus all your efforts on upgrading your forearms early on. Which I suppose you could do. I'm not going to, but I suppose you could. I'm not going to just because I'm not particularly fond of forearms, so definitely not my favorite alien.
You can counterattack, remember?
Yes, I remember. I remember, Gwen. You don't have to remind me. Okay, counter twice, and let's just finish these guys off with a super move. Pull that big ass rock out of the ground and smash.
And
You're
that's
all
how it's
dead.
done.
Good, I actually managed to hit all of them on occasion. Oh, when this happens, it means you unlocked a new alien. And our unlockee
Need to make a
is
small adjustment.
Gray Matter. Yeah, Gray Matter. Who they, gave this weird laser gun
Good,
thing in order to
on we
actually
go.
make him sort of useful in combat. Gray Matter's actually kind of cheap, as you can see here. His attack is, well, it does, like, no damage, but it can be, as long as you just keep running around and making sure you don't get hit, you can basically chain together really huge combos with this attack. He isn't the best alien in this game at chaining combos together. That's one we won't be unlocking for a couple more parts. But for early game, he's decent at it. Oh boy, and now we're gonna have to deal with this laughing. Oh, and Gray Matter's puzzle ability is, of course, to enter areas that are too small for anyone else to enter.
Onward.
You should try not to get hit.
Well, I'll try. The only problem here is that there are pipe
Fired up and
throwers.
ready to go.
Let's, I guess, give Heat Blast a go at this. Because his ranged attack is definitely more damaging than Gray Matter's is, and he can at least take slightly more of a beating if I end up failing this down. I think I do. Yep, that pie hit me. Fucking pie throwers. These guys. I pretty much hate every enemy in this game that has some sort of range attack, only because they can hit you from far away, and in general, enemies with range attacks in beat-em-up games are annoying, so... High thrower. Die! Blow shit up. Okay. These levels aren't terribly long, but if you go through breaking everything like I'm doing, well, it won't take you as long as, say, the Lego games will to complete a level if you go out of your way to get all the studs. But it will take you a bit longer than it would normally take. Okay, and let's just use Heat Blast Super Move here, even though there aren't that many enemies left, but fuck it, I want to show it off. I think I try to show off at least every alien super move at least once. But yeah, go and grab all the points that the enemies drop. And I think we're gonna end it off here. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.